Good morning. This is the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. My name's Dave Burney.
I'm Brent Apperson. Good morning.
Last I looked, it was 56 degrees. Could be different than that now. Sun's shining a little bit. A little foggy out there this morning.
Yeah, and in spots, yeah.
We have Mark on the line from Tradewinds Marina. I'm curious to find out a couple of things from Mark this morning.
Okay.
First of all, I wonder what time he gets up in the morning, because I said, "Are you up and at him?" "Oh, yeah," he says. Lots of things going on at Tradewinds, so got to get up early.
Yes.
Let's find out. Good morning, Mark. How are you doing?
Good.
Good. Question, did you get stormy weather last night?
Not really.
Okay. All right.
No, it stayed to the south of us after it went through you guys.
Okay. We thought maybe that was the case, the way things look. We were hoping that you didn't get any of the real stormy weather. Did you get any rain?
Very little.
Very little. Okay. All right. Speaking of that, how's the lake holding up? Are they beginning to draw it down just a little bit?
Yeah, it's down about, 8 inches to a foot maybe, which is still pretty dang good for this time of year.
Oh, man, is it ever. That's really good for going into the second half of July. So that makes for good fishing, good recreation, and a good time at the lake. So how's things at the marina?
Good. We had a little food bar this week. The motor on my exhaust hood went out, but I got all the parts in. I'm waiting on one piece supposed to be overnighted and be here first thing this morning, so should have that up and going hopefully by 9. So,
isn't being an independent business owner a wonderful time?
Yeah.
Well, at least it sounds like you can fix things yourself, which is almost mandatory in the business you're in.
Yeah, you gotta be a little handy, I guess.
Yeah, I guess so. So we've traveled through the summer pretty quickly, and right now I would guess maybe the catfish are biting pretty well. White bass might be coming up to the top. What's the story on that?
Yep. Both of them are going pretty good. We actually have the Nebraska Wildcats catfish tournament here this weekend, and the white bass have been going at night pretty good. Had a few people first thing in the morning, right after sun up. They've been hitting the white bass on top of the waters too. Mm-hmm. So,
and still some walleye fishing going on.
Oh yeah, there's always someone out there trying to stick one of them.
That's the one that seems to catch a lot of attention, but there's all kinds of good fishing there. Any crappie coming in?
Nah, not hearing a lot about the crappie, but
yeah.
This week was first part of the week was staying hot and miserable. We didn't have to see a lot of traffic out on the water, so
yeah, makes sense. A little cooler weather on the way, so going into the weekend that should be good. What's going on? You add anything to your menu? Are you just polishing up what you have? I mean, you've added so many things, and there's some really good things to eat out of that kitchen.
Yeah, we kind of opened the menu up a little bit. Like on Monday nights with our flat iron steak, we're running the appetizers and our house burgers, our black shirt burger and mushroom mayhem, and our rebel burger too. Mm-hmm. So doing that on Mondays, and then of course Tuesdays is taco night. And then tonight's fried chicken with some appetizers going on. And what else did we do? We changed up a little bit. Oh, we added our Philly cheese steak pretty much on our special nights, or pretty much any time you come in, you can get one of our Tradewinds Philly cheese steaks or a Cactus Philly cheese steak. So,
and those have really went over well, haven't they?
Yeah, they've gone over really good.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. Last time we talked, you had a big run on your baits and so forth, and you had a shipment coming in. Are you kind of leveled off on that now?
We're actually getting pretty low. I believe our big guy usually comes on Wednesdays, but he told me that his supplier wasn't getting a shipment till today, so he'd be here tomorrow.
Okay. All right. Good to know. Good to know. All right. So I guess just rolling along. Your menu's great. You've added all sorts of things. You've expanded the beer garden where people can go out and eat. You've added on to the kitchen. And I was just wondering when you were talking about that expanded menu, when you got in to this business and purchased Trade Winds, was it kind of in the back of your mind to expand the food side of things, or did it just kind of happen?
Well, it's kind of always been in the back of my mind. Mm-hmm. This new gazebo and everything has always kind of been there. It was just, getting in a situation where we could do it.
Right. Right.
And it takes a while to, I'll just say, rebuild something. Rebuild a business, and so we're getting there. I got some plans coming up here in the next couple of years, and we're just gonna see how that goes.
Okay, we'll be looking forward to finding out what your next plan will include. Back to the business side, the day-to-day side. I know that a lot of people love to come over and stay in your lodging and or rent a space for a camper, and I imagine that weekends are still a little bit full. But tell us about that.
No, we got our 20 RV sites, which they've been staying pretty steady, and then we got 12 overnight cabin rentals. You can always give the marina a call and see what's available. Mm-hmm. They can give us a call at 308-745-1187, and one of the gals give you a hand and figure out when you want to come and what's available.
Okay. And how about your hours? Still full steam ahead on summer hours?
Yeah, we're still 6 to 9.
6 to 9, okay.
Yeah, 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. We're gonna see how it goes. Unfortunately, here in the month, we lose a lot of our help.
Yeah.
They're, high school kids and college kids, and sports are starting back up, and the colleges are starting earlier every year, and high school starts earlier every year. Just poor kids, they really don't have a life anymore.
I've heard that before.
Don't get much of a summer.
No, because actually, as you say, once you get towards the end of July and start looking into August, it really changes quickly. And I think some of us older folks remember not too much thought about school until closer to Labor Day, but it's not that way anymore. Yep.
No, it seems like every year they got to go to school earlier and stay in school later. And you look at it and you're like, why is that? And then you follow the school menu and stuff, and Christ, every week teacher's got an in-service. There's some damn thing going on.
I love the way you speak your mind, Mark. Hey, thanks a lot. Trade Winds Marina, a great place. Not hard to find. You can get to it a couple of different ways, I think, but in my mind, you go across the dam to the east, and you're sitting right in the corner down there, nuzzled up next to the dam. Nice place to stop in and pick something up. Easy to find.
You bet. We're always, like I said, we're always available, and come in, have some good food, enjoy a heck of a view of the lake, and meet some new people, hopefully.
All right, Mark. Thanks a lot. Look forward to talking to you next week.
All right. Have a good one.
You too. All right, 7:40's our time. Let's talk weather just a little bit. Part of the crew, or the announcing crew, at one time or other was here yesterday evening as things brewed up in Blaine County. Tornado warning up there first, and it was kind of easy to see on the radar what was going to happen, and coming right down through the center of Custer County, which a lot of times it doesn't do that. Usually it's an angle that stays north or goes along the border of Custer County. Seems like more often than not, but It was a diagonal cut across the county last night and ended up down in Buckeye and in that area. You called it, so kind of describe in your mind what took place.
Yeah, well, you know what actually brought us out here was a thunderstorm warning that was in Lincoln County and was kind of grazing southwestern Custer County.
Right.
That's actually what brought us out here. But when we got out here to cover the one for southwestern Custer County, like you said, we could see what was happening up north in Blaine County, and then, of course, that would go to a tornado warning right around the Brewster area. And, it just kept coming south and stayed together, and you could tell this thing's probably going to stay together and just come right on through Custer County, and that's exactly what it did. So I know everybody has probably seen pictures of some of the damage that was done, which is extremely unfortunate. But I think all of us can probably say, too, you can look at it as glass half full and say, man, it could have been so much worse, which I think lots of times you do in these situations. But I think the main thing was everybody was safe, as far as I know, and that's good. And I will say, when you're sitting in this chair out here and and you're watching something like that come through and you're looking at the radar, you're like, that thing's going to come right over the top of the radio station. So, but yeah, it was, we were definitely giving the information to, hey, seek shelter immediately. And I'm going to guess pretty much, Broken Bow and Berwyn residents and, people, probably Myrna too. It was, I'm sure, plenty of people headed to the basement as that came through last night.
Well, as most folks probably know by now, the tornado was spotted, I think, by a storm chaser, was reported by the public.
Yes.
On the ground up in the Myrna area.
I think, if I remember correctly, it listed it as 3 miles southeast of Myrna, I think, is what it was listed at.
Okay.
Yeah, when it came across the Weather Service.
Right. I think we're fortunate, as you said, because the tornado going over Broken Bow, and they've done that before, thank goodness, drop down, but not all the way down when it comes over town, community of Broken Bow. That's happened that I can remember at least twice, maybe 3 times, where we had some roof damage like last night and some tree damage around town. But it didn't come all the way down to the ground when it was in the community, which is a real blessing. Now, we all know, looking at news reports from Texas and Kentucky and those places, that there are tornadoes that can get as wide as this whole community. And you see those photos and those video images of just everything gone. So you're right. We don't like the damage done, and our thoughts go out to anybody out there who lost a roof. We know here in town there was roof damage, I believe, to Culligan Water. On that little block of businesses there all suffered some damage, I imagine. That was actually, I believe, what caused the outage last night. So most of us were without power most of the evening until after dark. Thank you to the Broken Bow Utilities crews.
Yes, absolutely.
For getting that up and going. I think we all discovered maybe we need another flashlight. Maybe we need more batteries. Maybe we want to make sure we have some candles. A lot of the things that we talk about all the time, I think we got kind of caught last night. I know I was up to Mom's making sure she was all right, and we were lighting candles and trying to get a flashlight that would illuminate enough to get her to bed if she decided she wanted to go to bed. And at home, Joan says, I don't have any batteries in the radio, so I can't listen. And I also know that for a while, some services for your phone were not working, depending on which company you were with. Mom's phone worked and mine didn't, so I couldn't listen. I was in the basement with my mother, and I couldn't listen to you guys. And I got really worried that maybe it came through and did some damage out here. So I, snuck upstairs to try to find a battery-operated radio. So I think that's just a little example of maybe this will be kind of a wake-up call for us to make sure we have our things in order for a situation where we don't have power. And the sirens going off in Broken Bow, other than testing, we haven't heard for a long time.
Yeah,
and that's always when you realize it's outside of town. It's headed this way. And so I think we all had a little bit of a pitter-patter in our hearts when we took cover. And yes, when you're here, people say, well, you don't have a basement. The real reality is that when we're here, we couldn't go to the basement anyway.
Yeah.
Because we need to be on the air. And so right underneath this counter here, Brent, would be your safety zone.
All right. And I got to be honest with you. It's moments like that I'm glad I'm no taller than I am, to be honest with you. I don't know if anyone else was like this, but the storm kind of rolled through and was able to finally go home and sat in my driveway for about 2 minutes clicking the remote to the garage door going, what is wrong with the garage door? What, are you kidding me? And then the power's out, Brent. It's not going to go up, you dummy.
Well, yes. And you also have to remember when the lights come on, if you're in the basement, you need to go back down and shut all the lights off.
Yes. Yeah.
When you went to the basement, the lights were on, and then the power went off, and then you come upstairs, and so a lot of lights were left on in the basements last night. So, but as you say, I think things, all in all, turned out okay. And if you have reports of serious damage that need to be reported, please contact us here at the radio station, and we'll pass that along. Hopefully, not too much. I know it's kind of weird because you mentioned no limbs down in your yard.
Yeah, I don't think so. Just kind of little storms will sometimes just next thing I know I'm out hauling all kinds of limbs to the backyard and everything. But yeah, I don't know if anything necessarily fell from the tree at our place, and I'm sure that's what you saw. There were areas where you're like, wow, and then there's other areas not too far away where you go, man, it knocked some leaves down, and that's about it.
Yeah, we're just across the block, and we lost a pretty good-sized limb off the hackberry last night. Could be that was a weak limb that was, on the brink anyway. But I did see a pretty good-sized limb on Highway 2 laying in some folks' yard last night. Jack had some pictures of some tree damage up by the high-rise. So it depends. And those kinds of storms, with you have that rotation up there, the winds are totally different.
Yeah.
It's not a straight wind, and it does some really strange things. So fortunately, you're all okay out there. All right, let's get back to our regular programming here. Prairie Pioneer Center today featuring stuffed pepper casserole, corn, and fruit. The number to call, let them know you're coming, is 872-6121. If you're not a regular person, a regular customer, let them know you'd like to come and have a meal. And you can also call them at 872-6121 to set up home delivery at the Prairie Pioneer Center. And I know you visited with Kathy Larson on Public Affairs earlier this week about services that they're beginning to add to and enhance. And there's a Burger Bash coming up Friday as a fundraiser for the Prairie Pioneer Center. Yeah,
we encourage you to attend that. That's going to be on Friday of this week, July 19th. They'll be serving from 4 until 7. Going to be a burger bash to benefit the Prairie Pioneer Center. So we encourage you to go by and make a free will donation, get a burger, chips, and drink. And they'll be doing that at the grocery cart Friday from 4 to 7. And so take advantage of that burger bash. And I think it's okay if I say this. Thank you, Grocery Cart. They do this for all kinds of different organizations who are trying to do fundraisers. I think they do this every summer, and that is the Burger Bash. Yep. So thank you, Steve and the gang at Grocery Cart that help organizations do that to raise funds for things that, let's face it, benefit the community. Yep. So thank you, Grocery Cart. You bet. Thank you very much.
show today. We have lots of activities to talk about. Guests are coming in. Custer Care Center, Custer Federal, I believe they're donating their time to the byways, Sandhills Byways, so we'll be visiting with the folks this morning about that. Chad Dolan with DTR Promotions, going to talk about all the activities going on around cars in Kearney. We'll be visiting with the Garden Center and the Pizza Hut this morning. So we have a nice guest list and lots of other things to talk about, again, today here on The Breakfast Show. Believe it or not, the first event of the Custer County Fair starts tomorrow. That is the fashion show, judging and the fashion show. And we're going to try to get some interviews with participants tomorrow and start accumulating those for, I think when the girls get done, we'll probably be doing somewhere near 90 to 100 interviews.
Wow.
For the Custer County Fair. And so we need an early start. And then on Saturdays, the dog show, which will be video streamed on Sandhills Express, YouTube, and Facebook. I believe no longer using Twitter. They're deciding now that they need money for their services. And out of the three, that's the least used, so that worked out okay. So if you want to watch the dog show and you can't make it in person on Saturday, we'll start around 10 o'clock with our video streaming and take you through the events. And then we'll also be there recording some of the kids and getting some radio interviews to be used a little later on Saturday as well. Something else I wanted to mention, which is kind of important. The tours that are going to take place today will still go on at the Broken Bow schools. Jeremy went to the tour, the 5:30 tour yesterday evening. I don't know if they got the second one in due to the weather. I was told there was a report coming into our station about the rotation going over the school.
Oh.
They could see it, and I imagine that's also what clipped Culligan Water and the dance studio and the U-Haul business there, and kind of cutting across through there. But they'll have the tours today. Your chance to go inside the school and look and see what's been done inside. Jeremy said it's pretty amazing. There is still demolition going on, but they are starting to build in there. And he said there's all sorts of things to look at that are interesting to talk about. And they'll do that at 10 o'clock this morning and 11 o'clock this morning. And you just need to go to the east side of the high school to the Commons area, meet there at 10 or 11, and the tour will take just a little less than an hour. So they got two tours lined up for you this morning so you can see what's going on. And Mr. Toby mentioned at the school board meeting on Monday, they want to do this every once in a while so people kind of know what's going on in there and what the progress is and how it's all coming together, because they're renovating and adding on, but there's a lot of demolition that's taken place and will take place. So that's at 10 o'clock this morning and 11 o'clock this morning. Just go to the east side of the high school on the east doors, go into that Commons area, and take a tour.
Sounds good.
That's not all. There's a lot more going on, but let's play the game right now.
Okay, let's do it. Here we go. A new batch of questions today. 55 years ago, on July 20th, 1969, Apollo 11 landed on the moon. So let's see what you know about this historic event. Apollo 11 was launched from which U.S. state? Apollo 11 was launched from which U.S. state? Your choices are Texas, California, Alabama, or Florida. If you know the answer, call us at 872-2801.
And while you're dialing, we'll tell you that Jeremy just dropped a note to us that the school tours for this morning have been canceled for today.
Okay.
I'm sorry I didn't know that, and so disregard everything I said about the tours this morning. They have been canceled at the school because of the storms last night, and they'll reschedule those again, I'm sure. Call us at 872-2801. It's Runs a Day.
Get up Grab and Go breakfast show.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did we wake you up?
Nebraska's favorite way to start the day on KCNI KBBN.
Try Runza's Lemonade Refreshers, powered by plant-based natural caffeine. And they come in 4 delicious flavors: pomegranate passion, mango mojo, prickly pear, and watermelon wild. Why do you keep doing that?
These refreshers are just so refreshing.
But you don't have to make that noise every time. Try Runza's Lemonade Refreshers, because Runza makes it all better.
Remember, today is Pigs in a Blanket Day.
All right, we have a caller on the line. Let's find out who we are talking to. Good morning. What's your name?
Rosalind.
How are you?
Good.
Good. Do you live in Broken Bow?
Yeah.
Did you have to go to the basement last night?
Yeah.
Oh, but was it kind of scary? Not too.
Yes.
Oh, a little bit. Okay. Well, you did the right thing. No doubt about that. Here's Brent with the question.
Okay. Apollo 11 was launched from which U.S. state? Was it Texas, California, Alabama, or Florida?
Florida.
It was Florida, yes, from the Kennedy Space Center in Cape Canaveral. And because you've answered correctly, you like pigs in a blanket?
Yes.
All right. Well, we've got a certificate that's going to get you a free one because they serve them on Wednesday at Runs in Broken Bow. So you come on out when you can, and we'll have your certificate ready for you, all right?
Thank you.
You bet. Thank you.
7:56. Again, the school tours that I mentioned just a moment ago have been postponed, canceled for today. Probably reschedule those at another time because of the storms yesterday. They probably have a little cleanup going on there extra. So, again, the school tours that were scheduled for 10 o'clock and 11 o'clock this morning have been called off. They'll probably reschedule those. We have Lucas Nelson and Lainey Wilson together right after this.
Join me, Chad Dolan of Reynolds Auction and Realty on July 19th, 7 p.m. for the annual Kearney Cruise Night Classic Car Auction. Want to buy or sell a classic car or truck? Do it this year.
Special report. Former rivals unite at the Republican National Convention.
President Trump has not just transformed our party, he has inspired a movement.
Florida Senator Marco Rubio among former foes and delegates showing unity for the Republican nominee, including this man who wore a bandage on his ear in a show of support after Saturday's assassination attempt.
This is the newest fashion trend. I'm getting this going. Everybody in the world is going to be wearing these pretty soon.
Mr. Trump's new vice presidential pick, J.D. Vance, is scheduled to speak at the convention tonight. Vice President Harris released a video this morning calling Vance out for supporting a national abortion ban and for voting against in vitro fertilization protections.
Trump looked for someone he knew would be a rubber stamp for his extreme agenda, and make no mistake, J.D. Vance will be loyal only to Trump, not to our country.
CBS News Special Report. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
Attention! If you owe money to the IRS, this is an urgent message. The IRS is cracking down by sending out heart-stopping letters, aggressively garnishing paychecks, seizing bank accounts, and putting liens on homes and businesses. They call it enforced compliance, and you better watch out because penalties and interest on unpaid taxes compound daily, making it seem impossible to ever get out of debt. Don't let the tax debt destroy your life. You need to call Optima Tax Relief, the #1 tax resolution firm. They're experts in the Fresh Start Initiative, one of the biggest breaks that the IRS has ever offered. If you qualify, you could save thousands. Optima's resolved over $1 billion of tax debt for their clients. A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau, they'll fight to get you the best deal possible. Call Optima now for a free consultation.
Call 800-783-8055. That's 800-783-8055. 800-783-8055.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
And here's a look at Nebraska news. In a story released by KSMB, Grand Island police have cited a 17-year-old boy after they say he was speeding through the city on Monday. An officer was running a traffic stop on Capitol and Taylor Avenue at 7:15 when they were observed a white Chevy Tahoe going over the speed limit. GIPD said the officer went to stop the SUV, but before the lights could be activated, the driver sped off through the neighborhood. After the words, the SUV was seen speeding throughout the city, police said. A short time later, a concerned citizen called in as the Tahoe was speeding near 13th Street and Custer Avenue and provided a license plate, police said. Grand Island police contacted the teenager and his mother after the incident. Police said the teen admitted to driving and driving recklessly to avoid being stopped by police. The teen did not have a valid driver's license and was cited for speeding, flight to avoid citation or arrest, and no driver's license. This has been a Nebraska News Update. I'm Jack Simpson reporting from Central Nebraska's news source.
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles, here's Eddie Garcia.
In the 94th Major League Baseball All-Star Game, the American League rallied for a 5-3 win over the National League. Now, NL home run leader and Dodger slugger Shohei Ohtani gave the National League a 3-0 lead on a 3-run homer in the third inning, but the American League responded with 3 runs of their own in the bottom half of that inning, a 2 RBI double from Yankee slugger Juan Soto, and an RBI single from the Guardians' David Fry. Then in the fifth inning, it was Jarren Duran with a 2-run homer. The Red Sox slugger was named the MVP of the game because that was the game-winning hit. American League has now won 10 of the last 11 All-Star games. News from the NFL, where the Chicago Bears signed #1 overall pick quarterback Caleb Williams, a Heisman Trophy winner out of USC. He gets a 4-year fully guaranteed contract worth $39 million. It includes a $25.5 million signing bonus and a 5th-year team option. San Francisco 49ers wide receiver Brandon Ayuk has formally requested a trade, although the 49ers say they have no intention of trading him.
Here's your weatherology forecast. I'm meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki. Sunshine mixed with clouds at times. Today, with daytime highs approaching 80. Winds out of the northeast, 5 to 10 miles per hour. Partly cloudy skies. Tonight, slight chance for storms. Lows dip down to about 58. Slight chance for storms. Tomorrow, daytime highs approaching 82. A mix of clouds and sun. From the Weatherology Weather Center, I'm staff meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki.
Niobrara Valley Vineyard's grand opening and 10th anniversary is July 19th and 20th at Nensel, Nebraska. July 19th is a ribbon cutting at 3 Mountain Time, followed by happy hour, homemade pizzas, and featuring BJ Jameson and the Twin River Band from 8 to 11 p.m. Saturday, July 20th starts with a 5K run walk at 10 a.m. to benefit the Sandhills Area Cancer Fund, and Sandhills Family Day with activities all afternoon. A free will barbecue to benefit the Cherry County Ambulance from 6 to 7 Mountain Time with music by Mike and Lynn Baxter. Check out our website at mbv-ne.com.
Hi, Central Nebraska. This is Liana with Nebraska Owners Insurance Agency. As a part of our constant search for great ways to serve our customers, I'm excited to announce that Lori Pandorf-Leeper has joined our team in Callaway as an experienced licensed agent. So whether you're needing new home, auto, business, farm, ranch, or life and health insurance, or maybe you're just checking in on your current coverage options, reach out to Liana, Chip, or Lori at Nebraska Owners Insurance Agency.
Headaches, ear-ringing, neck pain, dizziness, brain fog. Is your jaw pain to blame? Pearson Physical Therapy wants to be your partner in finding out. Tension and dysfunction in the jaw and surrounding muscles can lead to a number of symptoms that disrupt your daily life. It can be hard to know who to seek out for help. We invite you to come see us at Pearson Physical Therapy to learn how your jaw dysfunction can be managed so that you can get back to not having to deal with daily aggravation. Call us at 872-5800 or stop by on West Highway 2, Broken Bow.
It's 62 degrees under a sunny sky. Winds are light and variable. Barometric pressure now rising at 3018. Humidity at 97%. And we have 83 hundredths. Excuse me. The high yesterday was 83, an overnight low of 57 degrees. Sunset today at 9:10. Sunrise tomorrow morning at 6:21. 70 hundredths precipitation in the rain gauge this morning here at KCNI KBBN studios. And, of course, that's going to vary quite a bit. There was some hail, and that varied as well as far as damage goes. Puts our total for the month at 3 inches and 55 hundredths. Again, 70 hundredths as of 7 o'clock this morning. Currently 62 and sunny. Brent Apperson, Dave Burney, and Ryan Anderson from the Garden Center. Ryan, how you doing?
Not too bad.
How'd you come out with the storm at home and at work?
Pretty good, I think. Both places are still standing, I guess. So
yeah, that's good. That's good.
Plants out for our flowers and stuff out in front of the garden center that in our little landscaping areas are beat up pretty good. So they were just starting to look good after kind of the first round we had.
Yeah. Kind of make a comeback. Mother Nature's pretty amazing. But now you got to start all over again. And a lot of people out there that are doing the same thing this morning, picking up sticks and out there seeing exactly what happened in their particular yard. And it varies quite a bit here in town. Some tree limbs down and other areas doesn't really look too bad. As most people know, some roof damage, Culligan Water building and the dance studio there. And the hail varied quite a bit. A larger hail wherever that rotation was, it sounds like. So with that thought in mind, and you mentioned your flowers, can you help people out there who can't maybe see the future very well for their flowers don't look so good? Do you have some flowers that can replacement flowers, or?
We're pretty much down to perennials and that sort of thing now. Okay. We're kind of done with our annuals and everything inside the greenhouse. So I know we've been getting a lot of asks for tomatoes and that sort of thing, and we got wiped out after that first hailstorm there around the first part of June. So nothing that way, but we have hail cloth up over our greenhouses and all of our perennials and that sort of thing. So that stuff weathered pretty good. So
good.
It's been kind of a blessing for us the last couple of years. We used to have to move all that stuff, and you'd either get hail or you wouldn't, and then you have to still move it back out. And now it's just there, and we were down there last night, and everything looks pretty good as far as that goes. So
what you have under those cloths, good to go.
Yeah.
And of course, I don't know. There was some limbs down and some tree damage, pretty spotty. But maybe you have a tree that took that one last hit, and it's time to maybe cut it down and move it out and plant a new tree. And I know you can do that anytime, right?
Yeah, anytime you can get a container growing tree, which is what we carry. When you can get those in the ground, it's a good time to get those planted. So I could tell people, a lot of people say it's spring or fall. That's for a tree that they have to dig, that's growing in the ground. You want to dig that after it goes dormant in the fall and before it starts pushing up energy in the spring. So spring and fall, they say is a good time to plant a tree, but or container trees, anytime you can get them in the ground and get them going, it's a good time to plant a tree. So same with the shrubs, the perennials, anything like that. It's going to do better in the ground than in a pot. So
is that the same for like rose bushes and that sort of thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you could plant some rose bushes right now if you wanted to.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
And they're looking amazing right now. So
okay.
Got yellow and got a new one from Knockouts. It's an orange glow. So kind of orange on the petals, and in the center of it's kind of a deep yellow. So
nice.
Yeah, they're looking pretty good.
I haven't looked, but we got the patio furniture from you.
Yeah.
And we did get a little hail at the house, but I don't have to worry about it.
No.
I didn't look because I don't have to worry about it.
Yeah. We were out on our deck last night, no power, of course. Spent the evening outside, and it was where we left it. We did kind of go inside to maybe a lower level of the house for a little bit, but came out and everything was still where we'd left it, and wiped it off and sat out.
Enjoyed the rest of the evening.
Yeah.
So, well, that's what Joan did. I always leave her during storms. She's called a radio wife.
Yeah.
And so she said, I just went outside and sit on the new furniture and enjoyed the evening.
Yeah.
But after coming out of the basement. But the point here is, folks, that durable furniture, it's going to take a heck of a storm to move it, or a really high wind to move it at all. Mm-hmm. Hail won't bother it. Sun doesn't bother it. Certainly water's good for it.
Yeah.
So low maintenance.
Yep, low maintenance, and a lot of different colors and makes of it.
Yep, you got different heights of tables, and we got the kind of more conventional height, but you can get the tops with the stools and
balcony height, pub height, and different chair options, seating options. So
all of them very comfortable. But you have to come over and try the furniture, Brent.
Yeah, I hope maybe my neighbor will invite me over sometime so I can try it out.
Well, I thought maybe what we could do is you could come over and weed the garden, and then I could whip you up a big glass of iced tea, and we could sit around the table afterwards.
Oh, thanks, Dave.
Sometimes you just got to pop in, see something going on over there. Just hey,
there you go. Thanks, Ryan.
Yeah.
Smell the smoker going or something,
Yes.
Probably cooking.
Yeah. Boy, I love the way you think.
Yeah, if you come over sometime for a pork chop, how's that?
Yeah, sounds good. Last time you shared a pork chop with me, it was half eaten by you. So.
Well, it's hard to resist a pork chop. Okay, so still plenty of the pottery available, and inside the store, things that people need to finish out the rest of summer and fall.
Yep, lots of pottery. We just got restocked on houseplants last week, so looking pretty good there. Got a bunch of succulents and cactus in, as well as other houseplants as well. So of course all the different potting soils for that too. So, but
you have a garden center sack there.
Yeah. A couple weeks ago, got asked a question in here.
Oh no. When I saw you walk in with this sack, I'm like, I think I know what's inside of it.
Do you want to take a guess?
Yeah, I'll take a guess. Would it be a pig ear by chance?
Probably.
Hey, all right. Look at those pig
wow.
ears.
So you asked how big are the
Yes.
pig ears, or what size they are?
They're big.
Yeah, they're pig ears.
Yeah, they're pig ears.
So,
They're the size of a pig ear. Yeah.
So there's a pig ear if you're watching.
And dogs love these.
oh,
Right?
yes, yep. It's like they're like potato chips to dogs, but
Yeah.
I mean it's a treat you give them. And
Yeah.
Wow.
Stella goes out to the bathroom about midday. She gets up from her sleep and goes out, and then goes and stands by the barrel of pig ears, and
Yeah.
she usually gets one a day. So,
Nice.
but yeah.
So what else do you have? Because you have a few other things besides just pig ears for dog treats and things like that, correct?
Yeah, we have some dog toys that of course are, cloth or whatnot, that they're made up. They have toy inside of a toy. We have those. And then as far as the chews go, we have a product called Yak Cheese, and it's a harder chew that they chew on for a while. We also have pork femurs and beef tracheas.
And how big are those, right?
Those are probably about 12 to 15 inches long.
Okay.
So,
right.
But yeah, so.
We've had all sorts of things in this studio over the years.
Yeah.
From a circus alligator to you name it. Never had pig ears in here before.
No, I think this is a first.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, they're of course all natural. They're made in the USA. They don't have any harmful chemicals or anything bleached with, and they're cheap. So $1.25 for a pig ear. So
okay.
I was in a store the other day, and they had pig ears on the counter in a box, and they were individually wrapped about the same size as this, and they were about 4 times as much.
Wow.
So.
Oh, wow.
So garden center, that's where to get your pig ears.
Yeah.
And other things for the pets as well.
Yeah, we got some leashes and collars and that sort of thing too. So
that's great. It's great. Kind of a nice marriage with, outside lawn stuff and things that you would put together around the outside of the house, including treats for your dog.
Yeah.
Yeah. How about hours, Brian? Where are you at right now on that?
Monday through Friday, 10 to 5:30, and then Saturdays 10 to 2, and closed on Sundays.
Okay. Very good. And located right off Highway 2, a block south. Just turn at the dollar store, and you'll find it quite easily.
Yep.
Right.
Block south, a couple blocks back to the west. So
look for the windmill.
Yep.
And watch Facebook.
Yep.
You guys pretty good about keeping that up. So.
Yep.
All right. Thanks for bringing in the pig ears. That's the first on the breakfast show.
You bet.
And thanks for your business, by the way. Thanks, Ryan. We'll take a time out with these words.
Convenience. It's something we all look for in our day-to-day life, and sometimes it can be hard to find. Fortunately for you, you can stop looking for more convenient ways to bank. At Bruning Bank, our online and mobile banking is there whenever you need it to make sure your finances are in order. From keeping tabs on your account to setting up spending controls when you're on vacation, you are in control. And with a lot of the scams and fraud in today's world, you can look at the checks you write, transactions on your account, and set up alerts. It's time to build, grow, and thrive. Call Bruning Bank today. Bruning Bank, member FDIC.
Cattle producers, AeroSeed is your one-stop shop for power fencing needs. AeroSeed has all the supplies, including high-tensile wire, posts, insulators, and energizers to build or replace a solar, electric, or battery-operated system. They offer products from Gallagher, the most practical, affordable, and dependable range of animal management systems on the market. Should anything ever go wrong with your Gallagher Energizer, you won't have to send it off somewhere to be repaired. Most often it can be repaired right at AeroSeed. Get your Gallagher power fence and supplies from AeroSeed on North 10th Avenue, Broken Bow.
You're listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show with Dave and Brent.
Good morning.
Chicago with questions 67 and 68. Chad Dolan, our next guest, right after this word or two. Don't let falling behind on your spraying affect your yield. Now is the time to book fungicide and insecticide applications on corn and soybeans with Aero Aviation. Not only can you fight disease, but you can improve plant health at the same time, increasing yields. Easily control insects like grasshoppers, rootworms, beetles, and western bean cutworms with the help of Aero Aviation. Call Casey, Melissa, or Kim with Aero Aviation at 308-872-5113 to talk about your option.
Looking for a hidden gem in Nebraska? Visit the Secret Garden in Myrna, a Nebraska passport stop with a delightful variety of annual plants, succulents, home decor, antiques, walk-ins products, and more. Open Fridays 11:30 to 4:30 and Saturdays from 8:30 to 4:30. They also have lunch, smoothies, and cold and hot drinks. Located 2¼ miles west of Myrna and half a mile north. As Paul said in Ephesians chapter 4, verse 32, be kind and compassionate to one another, forgiving each other just as in Christ God forgave you. The Secret Garden, where beauty, history, and kindness grow. They'll see you this weekend.
Good morning. This is Jeremy with KCNI KBBN, and we're joined again this morning by Chad Dolan, and we're going to be talking about Kearney's Cruise Night Classic Car Auction. Chad, I know you've been really busy getting this all together with your friends at Reynolds Auction. How's everything been coming together?
I tell you what, the group at Reynolds Auction and Realty been doing a great job. As a team, getting this sale ready for this year, and really excited about it.
Well, it looks like since we last talked, there's been a few other consignments that have come in. Now, I know that this is going to be coming up here really, really soon. Might not have too much time to get a consignment in, or if that window hasn't closed already. But the number one thing people should know is that if they want to look at or buy a classic car, truck, or maybe a motorcycle or something else related to that, this is the place to do it coming up on the 19th.
It really is. The amount of consignments this year, have been unbelievable. The quality of the consignments this year are just over the top. We've got everything, from go-kart to classic antique three-wheelers to gas pumps to Corvettes to 55 Chevys to square bodies. It's been a really great deal this year, for people that are, wanting to sell that classic car or truck and or update or get something a little different, So, there's something for everybody, every price range out there. So everybody that comes, would be able to bid on something and enjoy the fun. It's been really great. Rusty, I talked to him again yesterday, and I think we're maxed out on consignments. There might be one or two spots available, but it's just fantastic this year. It just seems like that this year, things have really came together.
Really good variety, like you said, and you can't beat just paying $2 to get into this event and be around a bunch of car enthusiasts or just casual fans and bidders as well. Even if I'm not bidding on something, I get a lot of entertainment out of the auction scene. Is it kind of that way for you too, Chad? It's just you kind of feel the buzz in the air.
It is. It's a heck of an entertainment thing, for Central Nebraska and Kearney especially. The Tri-City area, it gives the people the opportunity to come enjoy something like that. I remember 10 years ago, we were in another building, and there was, maybe 100 people at the sale, and running 15 to 20 cars through, and now there's 3,000 people at the sale, and the thing about it is it's just a lot more convenient now. We're in an air-conditioned building, and we got online bidders, so a lot of the vehicles, actually most all the vehicles already are getting bids on them and have pre-bids on them. So you're in an air-conditioned building. We're blessed with Cunningham's on the lake to have cold drinks, have an alcoholic beverage if you'd like, to the food that they're going to have there. It's just, it's a great entertainment venue. the $2 to get in, you know, I mean, you can't hardly do anything for $2 anymore, and that basically just helps us try to pay for the facility and the air conditioning and all the updates of things that we're able to do. So no, it's just been fantastic. I mean, just absolutely fantastic to work with the Buffalo County Fairgrounds, to work with our sponsors that you know, have came on board to help us you know, make this happen every year.
And I know we've got listeners from near and from far, even states away. So the cool thing about this event, Chad, and you can expand on this a little bit, is you're going to have the live auction there for the people that want to see these cars in person and know exactly what they're bidding on. But you've got great pictures online and information about these cars, because there will be the auction option online as well.
Yes, you know, for the people that are out of state or the people that just can't be there that night, you know, you can go to Reynolds auction.highbid.com. Again, that's Reynolds auction.highbid.com, and you can go on there and look at the vehicles and the information that are on there. You can get you a bidding number, you know, and start bidding on cars if you want to. I mean, we have stuff like last year. We had stuff that went to all different states. We had stuff go to New York. We had stuff go to, you know, Colorado. I mean, Wyoming. I mean, and we've got a transport company on site to be able to do those things. So it's just really a great opportunity. You know, I mean, people ought to really come out. You know, you don't have to worry about the heat. You know, it's in a nice air-conditioned building, and I mean, there's things to look at. And I mean, it just, you know, if anything, it's a gathering place to get to talk to your car friends and you know, and like I said, maybe be able to take something home. I mean, the goal of the sale, you know, for us has always been the entertainment part of it, but we always wanted something there for everybody, something at a price point that everybody can bid on and everybody can get in on the fun. You know, you don't have to have thousands and thousands of dollars in your pocket to be able to bid on something.
Well, and just kind of alluding to that while you were talking there, I'm kind of scrolling up and down the consignments here. I see everything from a 1949 1.5-ton Chevy flatbed pickup all the way to now I see you have a 2021 Chevy Corvette Stingray. There really is something for everybody here, and I like that you thought of everything, including the shipping as well. If someone's never shipped a car before, maybe it can be kind of intimidating, but you've got some great people that are willing to have that conversation about knowing that your new possession is going to make it to you safely.
Yeah, it's very easy. We have a very reputable and experienced transport company on staff that's at the sale. So, I mean, you know, that takes all the stress out of that away from the buyer. You know, I mean, you know, the cars last year, I mean, the neat part of it, I think our high sale last year was right around a $100,000 car. You know, and so it's exciting. It's exciting in central Nebraska to see those kind of things happen. You know, I mean, it's not just a $2,500 deal, you know, or this or that, you know, but you know, it's fun watching the $2,500 deals, you know, too, even the $500 deals. It's, you know, it's fun to just be a part of it. It's a big addition to Cruise Night and Kearney. I think it's just, you know, I think when I was talking to Rusty, I believe that this is about the 20th year that Rusty and the group have been able to put this together and do it, and just keep adding things every year to make it better and better, and just really fortunate to be able to be asked and be a part of it.
Well, it's just a couple of days away. I guess the number one message we should close on, Chad, is for people to show up or head online if they're listening from a long distance away. Hit on those main details, the what, where, and when, and give one last invite to everybody.
I would invite everybody. It's at the Kearney Fairgrounds in the exposition building. You know, it's July 19th at 7 o'clock, but the doors are open around 5, so you can come in and walk around, get, you know, out of the heat. There's normally a car show outside till 5, I think, at the same facility. You know, check out the cars at Reynolds auction.highbid.com, and you know, check those out. If you got any questions, give us a call at 308-832-2444. Again, that's 308-832-2444. 2444. We'll try to get the questions answered, and just everybody come out and have a great time and enjoy yourself and stay out of the heat and be in our air-conditioned facility.
All right. Well, thank you again, Chad, for your time, and we wish you a great time at the Kearney Cruise Night Classic Car Auction. Should be a great time, and should be some big smiles on the faces of people no matter what they're bringing home for sure.
That's great. Thank you guys so much. Come out and buy a piece of history.
Thanks, Chad. We'll talk to you later.
You bet. Bye.
Tired of unexpected car troubles putting a misfire in your day? Introducing C&M Auto in Anselmo. For routine maintenance to major repairs of gas and diesel cars or light and heavy-duty trucks, go with C&M Auto. They boast the latest diagnostics to diagnose and fix your vehicle's issues with quick response and a very competitive labor rate. Plus emergency 24-hour service rates outside their 9 to 5 Monday through Friday hours. Call 308-749-2277 for C&M Auto, located south of Chandler's Honey off Highway 2 in Anselmo. C&M Auto.
The warm season is here. Feeling motivated to get some projects done? Your first stop should be Ansley Lumber and Supply. If you aren't as motivated as you'd like to be, when you see the quality products and materials they sell to put on your home, you'll be ready to go. Composite decking from TimberTech and Armadillo will stand the test of time. Pella and Marvin windows will keep the outside air out and the inside air in. Top it all with Tamco Titan XT roofing, tough like a roof should be. Metal is another option for your barn dominium, shop, or other roof as well. Ansley Lumber and Supply, downtown Ansley.
It's 8:37. You're listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. We appreciate that very much. We do have a couple of announcements. We have guests in the studio that are going to be coming up here shortly. Before we go to our guests this morning, we want to let you know that the school tours that were scheduled for this morning at the high school, inside the school, to kind of let you see what's going on with the demolition and reconstruction, have been called off due to the storms. Probably some cleanup going on there. So the school tours that were scheduled for this morning at 10 and 11 have been canceled. Also, we did hear from Culligan Water, the business that suffered the roof damage last night due to that rotation, that tornado. Want you to know they're operating on a limited basis. They don't have power yet. They do have a cell phone that they're using for business, so let me throw that out to you. 308-627-2710. 308-627-2710 for Culligan Water until further notice. Again, they don't have power. They don't have the regular business phones, but they do have that cell phone that you can call, and they're still out there. Matter of fact, I think they're going to go change filters for Christy this morning, so it won't stop those guys. Tim and Dell and the families will keep on going, but they want you to know that that's the number to call, 308-627-2710.
All right. We have our friends with the Scenic Byway with us. This time, by the way, being sponsored by Custer Federal State Bank, so we appreciate them doing that. We got Linda with us. Rick is with us. Good morning to you both. How are you?
Good morning. Good morning.
I'm going to get things started because my parents came to visit last week and through the weekend, and one of the things Mom wanted to do, she listens to the show every day, and one of the things Mom wanted to do when she was in Broken Bow was go to the Red Barn. So we went there Saturday morning. We had to go early in the day, so we weren't there when the actual barn was open at 10. We were there before that, but walked up and saw the sod house and everything, and they just kept remarking just how beautiful it was and how nice of an area it was. And they really had a good time in the few minutes that we were able to enjoy it. So
that's good to hear.
Thank you. Even though we weren't able to get inside the building, you can still mark them down. They're from Arkansas, so you can add Arkansas to your list of states of people who have visited the Red Barn.
So how many in number were there?
2.
I'll add them to our list.
Yep, Mom and Dad.
Well, thank you. And that happens a lot, and we expect it, and we want the property to be used by anybody at any time. When we're not there, our hours are 10 to 5 during the week and 1 to 5 on Sundays. So those off hours, we welcome people to come out and take a look around, go up to the sod house and visit the outhouse.
Yes, yeah, we got to see
Finally
that.
got that.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
don't
Thanks
use
to
it.
Mike Adams.
But don't use it.
Yeah, we saw it wasn't functional, so we didn't do that. So what is all going on? I mean, man, can you believe we're already midway through July?
I
how has
cannot.
the summer went?
Really fast,
Yeah.
obviously. But it's been good.
Good.
We don't have the passport program to take advantage of this year at our site anyway. So it's been a little slower, but it's still been good. Weekends have been really good, as I was telling Linda a little earlier.
But there are 7 locations on the passport on our byway, and that's wonderful. Couple in Grand Island, and then you come on up here to the Secret Garden, the Nebraska National Forest at Hull C, Anthem Coffee, and then on up to Alliance and the Carnegie Art Center up there. So, or is it the Night Museum?
I think it's Night Museum.
It's Night Museum,
And
isn't
people
it?
have told us about that.
Okay,
and
yes, I'm. Thank you for
visited there,
correcting
so.
me. Anyway, we were discussing the people going to the Black Hills, all the campers going by. I say this all the time, and Rick goes, "You say that all the time."
I'm going to give you statistics in just a minute. So,
But I can see them going up Highway 2, headed for the Black Hills, Yellowstone, Chadron State Park, Fort Robinson, my favorite place. And maybe they're looking for those buffalo. Maybe they want to get a picture with the buffalo.
Maybe.
I don't know. They're just having a good time, and that's what we want them to do.
Yeah.
Statistics.
we were in Denver about a month ago, I think a month ago this coming weekend maybe. And on the way back, I thought about you, Linda, and I said, I'm going to take account of the recreational vehicles and boats that are coming the other way going west as we're going east to come home on Sunday. In a half-hour time period, there were 49 RVs and 9 boats going west.
That's a lot.
That's great.
And you multiply that times, 48 to get a full day?
Yeah.
That's a lot.
That's a
Well, I've been telling you that.
Well, I believe you
for
now.
crying out loud. And some big outfits. Now, they'll be headed up there before long for Sturgis, and then you'd really see some outfits pulling big trailers, vendors of various kinds.
I think Merritt draws a lot of people, doesn't it, Linda?
Yes. The Starry Nights up there, Dark Skies. We know all about that, don't we, Rick? Anyway, that is a big deal for people who live in the city. They're just amazed. I had some company here from the Phoenix area 2 weeks ago, and they were talking about how dark it is out here and how much they were enjoying it because they live in the city.
No city
they
lights.
do not see the stars or the dark skies, and so truly we're enjoying it.
I think also there's a plus having Valentine up from Thadford.
Yes.
That community is really a tourist attraction for the Niobrara River, for the fishing. Of course, they have more hotels and motels probably than a lot of towns that size because people as a stopping point. So you get a lot of traffic from Thadford back and forth from Valentine too.
Even though that's off our byway, I encourage people to go to Valentine just for that beautiful drive through the reserve lakes and that area. And then Valentine itself and Smith Falls. And so we have Valentine travel guides for that reason.
Oh, good. Because if they're using the byway to get to any destination, it's a good thing.
Correct.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. We welcome them. I had a friend stop, I think yesterday or the day before, from Chadron, and she was coming from Lincoln, and she said they were thinking of going to Gering because of her daughter moving there, but they weren't sure. They might go on back to Chadron. But I said, well, good. I'm glad you took Highway 2. And she said, oh, yes, less traffic than the interstate and safer. Yeah. She felt it's much safer. And she's aware of the farm machinery on the highway. And that is something I keep warning people about. Give those guys room. Slow down because they need to be on our byway as well, traveling from field to field or town to town, because we have a lot that comes from the Anselmo area headed toward Purdom. So just keep an eye out for them and give them space.
It's just a win-win when you got people going to and from up and down this highway and this byway.
Absolutely.
The barn is a great attraction, Rick, and it's a good place to disperse some of that information for people up the road or down the road.
That's
important.
the reason we're there.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
We have to have those resources for our travelers.
Yeah. How's the mowing going, Rick? Are you getting anything done besides
Too
mowing?
often. And everybody knows that problem. So
yeah, it's
we're
been
all
that way.
dealing with that.
Yeah. So,
but it's sure been nice to be green this late in the year.
Yes. Yeah, it looks great. It looks great. Sandhills look great, don't
they do. You were talking about Valentine. I drove up there last week. I think it was on Thursday I went up, and the hills are just green everywhere. And a couple of weeks ago, we took a side-by-side trip out south of Ellesmere area, I'll say that. And we were up in some big hills, and the grass is just unbelievable right now. It's waist high, even up on top of the hills. Of course, it's good stewardship of the land and the pastures that we were in, too. I want to mention that. But, we were what I call the Big Hill in Blaine County. And as a kid, that used to be kind of sandy up on top. It's not so this year. There's just grass everywhere, and it's heavy. I've been in the hayfield, so I know it's pretty good. It's going to really bale up nicely.
Yeah, that's so wonderful to see. And I know some people don't always enjoy having the sunflowers later, but I do.
They're
for
pretty.
the beauty of them.
They're so pretty.
I think the pastures probably would be better off maybe without them. I don't know.
Well, they make good feed. Mow
they
them
really?
up and bale them up.
Yeah.
My dad used to say that's the best feed for old cows in the winter. We'd see those old cows eating off those bales and the old sunflower. They're just hanging out. Of course, these were Hereford cows, and they know a good thing when they see it and taste it. So, no, really, that sunflower oil, yes, it is good feed. And bring on the sunflowers. I'm excited to see them.
Well, it makes for another great look going up and down the byway. When it looks like there's going to be a lot of them again this year.
For photography people, it's a wonderful thing. And I did see a little bit of goldenrod the other day when I was out mowing. So, but we're approaching August, and that's when the goldenrod blooms, So
then a lot of milkweed too. I've never seen so much milkweed.
Yeah.
We need to talk about all the county fairs, gentlemen. We have county fairs coming up all along the byway.
Update us.
Thedford's got a full week next week of events. And don't you start here in Custer County? Didn't I hear you say tomorrow?
Fashion show tomorrow.
Yeah. See, I was listening.
Oh, thank you.
You bet.
Dog show on Saturday, and those are kind of two early ones. But, you're right. We're going into August almost. It's crazy. So you have the Thedford. That's next week.
It is. And then Dunning will be following that. Hyannis, Mullen. It just goes right on up the line. And lots of rodeos coming up. Burwell's big rodeo.
Then we'll have State Fair before too long.
Yes. I look so forward to that because it's close.
Yeah. Nice
it's
having
doable.
it in Grand Island, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, for sure.
And when I see a director or someone who has a name plate on when I'm at the State Fair, I make it a point to thank them for bringing it to Grand Island, because going to Lincoln, I'm sorry, that's just getting too far.
Well, the other thing, I think with that, correct me if you disagree, or I don't think Lincoln really, they were at the point where they really didn't want it, it seemed like. The state fair there, which is unfortunate, but so good for us to have it moved out in the center of the state.
Yes.
Yeah. I think they wanted the property, I think.
That could be.
Yeah.
And it's so well run. It's open space, and you don't feel crowded in Grand Island, and the food is wonderful, and the exhibits. So I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, you can eat a whole cube of butter. Deep fat fried.
There you go.
Linda, now you have a booth there. Will the Sandhill Scenic Byway have a booth?
No, we will not this year.
All right.
No, we need. That takes a lot of time, volunteer effort,
manpower. And
summer is so busy for us that live out a ways.
Right.
Rick has the Red Barn he's taking care of. Linda Lacey's clear out in Ashby with her pottery shop. I myself, as I said, is in the hayfield. So Terry, she's working cattle. The list goes on of our board members. And so, I'm sorry.
Well, you're working folk.
Well, absolutely.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
We're still young enough to do that, aren't we, Rick? So far. But it is the volunteer hours. We are all volunteers. We meet once a month, and we have some other things going on because we volunteer at other events in our communities.
Mm-hmm.
There's not a lot of volunteers anymore. The younger folks are busy with their children, and it's kind of our age, isn't it, Rick?
Seems to be.
Yeah, there's a lot of events throughout the summer months,
Mm-hmm.
too, that we know that we're covering 2 and 3 events every weekend.
Oh, yeah.
So that all takes volunteers. And
Absolutely.
takes a lot of people to put all these good family fun things on, no doubt about it. So
I hope your listeners will come out to the local county fairs, though, and see what these kids have worked so hard on. I really enjoy seeing the littles with their small animals, and of course the beef. I enjoy that too.
Sure.
But
I think Brett
anyway.
mentioned it, that the fairs are great. 4-H and FFA is the heartbeat of the fairs.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes.
So we'll concentrate on talking to the kids. We do it every year, and it's a really enjoyable job, because I don't know if it's this way everywhere, but 4-H kids are the most polite kids that you talk to. They just are. They're great to talk to. So that's fun. Anyway, you can go out to the fairgrounds of all those you mentioned and just talk to them and ask them about their projects and have a little fun with them.
I
Good
have
experience for
funny
people.
story years ago in Chadron. I worked for the newspaper there, so I was out at the fairgrounds a lot, and there was some rabbits, and this little kid asks his mom, "Can we have a rabbit?" She goes, "No. You see that sign? It says not for sale. No rabbits." And she grabbed the kid, and away they went. Okay, so I walked by, and the sign did say, "Rabbits for sale." She grabbed that kid.
Oh,
and
Mom pulled a fast one there.
She did, and when that kid got old enough to read, I bet he was going, that's not what I recall, but it was kind of funny. And so,
they'll be very truthful. My favorite one is a young man who had a bucket calf, very innovative young man, and I asked him about doing the chores and all that, and feeding it with the bucket every day. He says, "Oh, I don't have to do that." I said, "Well, your parents don't make you, bucket feed the calf?" He goes, "No, I've got a goat." He didn't have to do it. He had So you never know what to expect, but the fairs are great. Talk real quick about, is things still going on with the art museum in Thetford on the highway?
Yes. I volunteered there too. We will be open next week for the Thomas County Fair.
Okay. All right.
I think there's 4 days that we will be open. I was reading their brochure this morning, or their schedule of events, excuse me. And yes, we have an open art show right now with 42 entries. So we were pretty pleased about that. And it's right on the highway. It's easy
it's right
to
there.
access.
Last time I was there were a lot of nice
Absolutely.
things on display, photographs and artwork.
There's a lot
Nice
of artists up there, up here.
Oh, yeah.
There.
And we draw from a large area. We have some ladies from Callaway that even have items displayed there. So, so we encourage people to stop. There are phone numbers on the door if happen to be closed, and the same with our museum in Dunning. If we're not open, there's phone numbers on the door. Call. Someone will come right down.
And that's a nice museum.
It is.
Thank you.
You guys have really done a good job with that.
We just had some work done recently, maintenance work, and that needed to be done. And there's always maintenance on all of these locations.
Yeah, it's great. I think there's a lot of really wonderful things on the scenic byway, and all the people who learn about this area. And I think it's great that they get off interstate, come up this way, and take a look at real Nebraska. rather than a straight line down the highway and get there as fast as you can.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We welcome.
You bet.
We welcome him to the Sand Hills Journey National Scenic Byway.
All right, guys. Anything else?
We just want to thank Custer State Bank for allowing us this time once a month. And Rick, he's always available if I can't make it. He and Mike. What's Mike doing today?
He's
Is
in
he
South
working?
Dakota. He's
Oh,
got
he is.
a meeting in Sioux Falls.
Oh, okay. I thought maybe he took the day off.
He was
Never.
out. He was out.
Except for weekends.
Yeah. You know, Rick and I visited with him after a meeting the other day, and he'd found a vein, what do they call it, off a windmill.
The tail, I think they call it.
And it said...
Huge thing.
Huge. Dug it out of the dirt up around a soddy somewhere.
Was it Ernie Kleb's property?
Yeah.
Maybe?
Yeah. And he showed me if you squirt 3-in-1 oil on it, you can see the lettering, and it's true. You couldn't read it. As soon as he put 3-in-1 on it, the lettering popped out, and it was Arrow, and it was made in Chicago.
Oh, cool.
It's ancient, but he was very excited.
Needed a little body work and had a few bullet holes in it, but otherwise. Anyway, I think he's got that displayed already at his States building. Yeah.
Wow.
So
maybe I shouldn't reveal that. But.
He's looking ahead to Junk Jaunt.
Probably.
Yeah, let's not forget Junk Jaunt.
That'll be here before we know it, too.
The end of September.
Well,
yes.
hopefully we'll be able to talk to you about that again.
Oh, we will.
Yeah, that is coming up quick. Yeah. Thanks, guys.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you much, both of you.
Appreciate it. We'll take a time out with these words.
The summer heat is upon us. It's important to have your cattle water full and fresh. Give yourself assurance with a satellite water monitoring system by Gallagher. This monitor system collects water usage of your livestock tank and sends satellite updates periodically to your phone. No need for good service or an extra trip out to the pasture. Give Moline Seed and Fence a call for more details about livestock water monitoring systems. They can be reached at 308-529-0781. Located just north of Gothenburg, Moline Seed and Fence.
Homeowners, landlords, and business owners of Custer County and beyond. Is your lawn begging for a makeover? Sharon Lawn Care and Sprinkler Repair has the magic touch for your green oasis. A 4 or 5-step fertilizer program, sprinkler repair expertise, and top-notch aeration and mowing. Transforming your yard into a lush paradise is just a call away. Call Kyle at 308-870-0348. Serving Custer County and beyond.
Sharon Lawn Care and Sprinkler Repair, where the grass is always greener.
Summer is a busy time for our shop, and we know our customers are using their off-road vehicles more than ever during this hectic season. Basic maintenance can help you keep your machines in good working condition and minimize breakdowns. Regular oil changes, checking the wear of regular parts, greasing fittings, and checking fluid and oil levels are very important. And don't forget to wash. A good power washing underneath your machine is also critical. Aglin ATV works hard to keep your Polaris machines up and running. At Aglin ATV, West Highway 2, Broken Bow.
Always wear a helmet, never drink and drive.
Wake up to the best.
I never miss a morning.
Reintroduced a proposal to add a 9th conference game in an effort to generate more revenue. Sankey said a decision would not occur until after seeing the new 12-team playoff play out this year. Disney CEO Bob Iger and wife Willow Bay have agreed to buy a controlling interest in NWSL soccer club Angel City FC based in Los Angeles. The purchase gives the club a $250 million valuation, making it the most valuable women's sports team in the world.
Here's your weatherology forecast. I'm meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki. Sunshine mixed with clouds at times. Today, with daytime highs approaching 80. Winds out of the northeast, 5 to 10 miles per hour. Partly cloudy skies. Tonight, slight chance for storms. Lows dip down to about 58. Slight chance for storms. Tomorrow, daytime highs approaching 82. A mix of clouds and sun. From the Weatherology Weather Center, I'm staff meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki.
Did you just finish pulling weeds from your landscaping project, but unable to stand up straight to enjoy it? Team Physical Therapy can help. 872-5111. Did you slide into second, but unable to make it home due to a sprained ankle or pulled muscle? Call Team Physical Therapy, 872-5111. Team Physical Therapy is open at all locations in Broken Bow, Burwell, Gothenburg, and Callaway. So don't let that back, neck, shoulder, or leg pain limit you. Give Team Physical Therapy a call at 872-5111.
Attention, student tellers of Nebraska State Bank's in-school bank. Nebraska State Bank needs your help to make their float shine at the Custer County Fair Parade on July 27th at 5. Parents, please call Betsy or Tammy at 308-872-2466 to confirm your child's participation by Wednesday the 23rd. Each student volunteer will receive fun NSB swag as a thank you. Don't miss out on this chance to be a part of the excitement. Contact them today and celebrate together at the Custer County Fair Parade.
9:07, 70 degrees outside under a sunny sky. Winds are light out of the south now, so sunshine, fog kind of burning off now, has burnt off, and even 70. If you're just tuning in, we picked up 70 hundredths precipitation in a very short period of time yesterday evening, putting us to 3 inches and 55 hundredths. Some heavy hail here and there. Reports of some crop damage to the north. It's very much varied out there as far as what the results were from that storm. But we do know that Culligan Water here in Broken Bow suffered roof damage, major damage, from a tornado that dropped down just far enough to lift the roof off of the buildings there in that segment of the business area. And Culligan in Broken Bow wants you to know they're operating on a limited basis right now. They do not have power yet and no phones at this point. But you can call Christine at 308-627-2710 if you need anything. They are out doing work. Can't stop those guys, but they do have the lack of power and phone service at the location, the Culligan Water location. So call them for service at 308-627-2710. Also, 2 school tours were scheduled for 10 o'clock and 11 o'clock this morning to go inside the school and see what the renovations and demolition looks like, have been called off. They had those scheduled for this morning, but because of the storms and some cleanup, they will not have those today. Those are a couple things that we're aware of that have changed due to the weather. Here's Brent Apperson.
All right, we have our friends from Custer Care Center with us. Peggy is here. Good to see you. Thanks for coming in. Jeanette is here.
Yes.
Good morning to you both.
Good
How
morning.
are you?
We are great.
The residents in Custer Care Center, the facility, survived everything last night?
Yeah.
Okay.
I had horrors of the new construction going down, but it did not.
Good.
Little power outage kind of made things interesting last evening, but, you know, we all survived.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes.
Good.
So.
Well, Peggy, since we have you in here, I think we better talk transportation. Can we do that?
Yeah.
You're the one, I think, that kind of sets the schedule and makes sure everybody gets to where they need to go, and I'm sure it's been a very busy summer for you.
It's very busy, yes. Yeah. We usually on a daily basis, just about every car goes out at least one time.
Mm-hmm.
And we have 11 vehicles, and so we're extremely busy.
It is so hard. Every time Custer Care comes in here, it's just so hard not to think back when things first started. And I think I remember the radio station helping you, Jeanette, to like a fundraiser for the first vehicle.
Yes.
And now we have a fleet of 11.
Yep.
Wow.
And we could probably use, if we could do a fundraiser if we want some more vehicles.
There you go.
But we do need some drivers.
Okay.
We need some drivers bad.
Okay.
Yeah, we could probably get vehicles.
Yeah.
But drivers.
We could use at least 2 more drivers.
Mm-hmm.
Just on a, not a set schedule, but if we call you and you can go drive and do something, we'd appreciate that.
And I know that you're very appreciative of the drivers that you do have.
I love my drivers.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are good guys. I mean, just like last night, I'm going to mention a name, Delmer Applegarth. He calls me and says, Peggy, how are you going to get that door open? And I'm just like, I don't know. Maybe I'll come down and look at the schedule and see if I can rearrange things. Well, it was Delmer and Bump Olson were down there trying to figure out how to get the doors open on their time, and we were there until after 10:30 last night trying to figure out the door situation, and we figured it out, so.
Well, I think that story right there shows that you and your drivers, you care about the people that you transport, and that says a lot right then and there. They're just not there to sit behind a wheel, but I know your drivers and you and everybody at Custer Care, you care about the people that you transport back and forth.
Yes, we do. Yes, the guys go extra miles for anybody they transport, and I know that the people love them because we get call after call. Why aren't you here to pick me up? Well, you're not on our schedule. No, we need you to come. They love the guys.
Yeah,
they do a good job.
And Peggy, your drivers and the service that you offer, you go a ways. I mean, where all do you go now?
Oh, we go clear into Omaha. We go into South Sioux City, Pender, North Platte. We just go all over the state.
Yeah.
Sometimes we even happen to go into South Dakota sometimes, and Iowa a little bit. But if you got the drivers, I like to send them, and they love to do it. I always ask them, I said, you can tell me no. You don't have to say yes every time to me, but they're good about it. They love going to those different places. So,
and Peggy picks up extra trips too, all the time.
We like to do that.
If they're in North Platte and there's a North Platte to North Platte, well, Peggy's going to go there.
Yep.
They don't get to just sit there.
Now, see, this is what I love, and this goes back to what we were saying about caring about people. And you don't like to say no, do you?
I do not like to say no
to somebody. Yeah, that's great.
But I have learned to say no.
Yeah,
because I have to because I don't
yeah.
have the people to do it.
Yeah.
So.
And I'm sure that I think we've talked about this, but there sometimes through people's insurance or whatever, sometimes you can get help through insurance. If I'm correct on this, as far as the cost of the trip, am I right on that?
Right. We mostly do Medicaid transportation.
Okay.
It's all through Medicaid. So they pick it up normally.
Okay.
Yeah.
But if someone doesn't have that availability, we can
do
personal
private.
pay?
Yeah,
okay.
We sure can.
All right.
Yeah.
So if they have any questions, you're kind of the person to talk to, I
Sure.
assume? Yes. Peggy
Yes.
goes, why not?
Yeah.
She's the one
I
who
am.
always,
Yeah.
we've just let her answer the phone because it's usually for her.
Right.
So.
I bet.
I love it when Nancy and Sandy are there and they're like, just answer it.
It's probably for you. Come on.
And I am not a phone person.
Yeah.
Which, I am not. I really ain't. Like my cell phone and stuff, I'm just not a phone person. But maybe it's because from 8 to 5, I'm on the phone 24/7. But yeah.
How long have you been with the Custer Care Center now?
With the transportation part?
With this role.
Well, I think it's almost been 2 years.
Has it? Yeah.
But I helped him out one day a week for quite a while doing it. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, good.
I love my job.
Yeah.
It's fun. who gets to sit on the phone and be on the computer and have in control of 8 guys?
Yeah. Well, it's probably it's probably like a puzzle, isn't it?
Oh,
it
is.
I'm sure that there's kind of a challenge to it that kind of creates a little adrenaline trying to find out how are we going to get you there and you here.
And the guys are good. I mean, I'll set the guys down and I'll say, hey, you know, this is this time to this time. Can we go over to Minden and pick this person up and be back, you know, to do? And they're good about helping me with that.
Yeah, that's great.
They're good.
Jeanette, other things that are happening with the center right now that you want to share?
They're putting on the rafters today.
Oh, for your project, yeah.
So it's looking a little more promising.
We're kind of happy they weren't up yesterday.
I bet. Yes.
Yeah, so they're doing that today, so things are looking good there. So we can still use another medication aid if there's anybody out there that, you know, once we get back from vacations, we have enough. But, you know, when people go on vacations, we need extra people to do that. So,
yeah.
So.
Your adult day services, obviously, those are always available. I know that for caregivers who just need to have a little break themselves, or they need to come to town and they need to do some shopping, but they need someone to take care of that person for a few hours. I know you're always open for that.
Yes, and at the present time, we can take 3 people at a time.
Okay.
And when the new addition gets going, we will be able to take more than that if the need's available. So,
So and that's any time. It doesn't have to be just during. It can be evening time too.
So. Yes.
Anything under 24 hours. So, so if they need to go somewhere in the evening, they can bring someone over to let them stay for a while in the evening too. So.
Okay. Yeah. And I know that you've extended now out to people's homes for home daycare services, and I'm sure that's keeping you busy too.
Yes. And we'll find out how that's been going without Aubrey there for a while, but we miss people when they're gone.
Yes, I'm sure. Yes,
but we wish her well. So hopefully, but otherwise everything else is going pretty well.
Good.
The new activity directors
really good.
Really fit in well, and. She likes her job, so that's good.
Well, that is very good. And I hear that from so many of you that work at Custer Care Center. I don't know if I've ever heard anyone say, I don't like my job. Everybody who works there says, I love my job and I love the people that we get to work with. So that's pretty neat. Yeah.
We do.
Good.
It's more like a home environment than going to work.
Yeah.
That's great.
That's what I love about it.
Yeah, good. Anything else, ladies, before we let you go for the morning?
Just that we need to get it out there that we need a medication aid.
And a couple of drivers.
And more drivers.
A couple of drivers, yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
and
I don't know if we need home care workers for sure or not.
Don't
but
know either.
Okay.
Just come in and apply.
There you go. Yeah. So if
we'll
interested,
find you something to do.
Just contact Custer Care Center.
Yep. Yes, and we can find you a job.
Hey, like that. All right.
No matter what age.
Right.
All right. Thank you, ladies. Good to see you both.
Thank you. Yeah, she must be.
Bruce Springsteen and Tucson Train on the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Good to have you along. Thanks for listening. Appreciate it each and every day, each and every moment. We also appreciate pizza.
We do.
And pasta.
Yes.
And French fries.
You bet.
And sweets.
Yes.
Speaking of sweet, we have Julia on the line who manages the Pizza Hut in Broken Bow, Nebraska. Julia, how you doing?
I'm doing good this morning. How are you guys doing?
Well, pretty good. Did you survive the weather last night?
Actually, I live on 5th Street, so I'm right down from all of the buildings.
Oh, wow.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. We didn't get power back till about, I think it was like 10:30, 11 o'clock last night for my house at least. So
yeah,
it was definitely unexpected.
Yeah, we keep thinking it's going to be our turn, but in the other light, we think, well, it's going to happen somewhere else. But it didn't last night, and unfortunately, there was some damage there. I'm glad that you got through it all right. How about out at the Pizza Hut? Everything good there?
Everything's good other than fixing some computer stuff this morning. We're getting up and going just fine.
Oh, good. Yes, the computer stuff. Oh, that can be kind of a pain. I'm glad it's getting back together for you. I'm going to turn things over to Mr. Brent Apperson. He is the food guru. This guy loves food. So, Julia, here's Brent.
Well, let's start with the parking lot pizzas. Those still going on, Julia? You going to do it on Monday?
Yep, they're every Monday from 5:30 to 7:30 p.m. We're doing the pepperoni and the beef this year. We got about 35 I'm making every Monday, so help us, bring that number up. It's not as popular as it used to be. When I first started, we used to do like 75 on a Monday.
All right. Well, we'll encourage people to take advantage of that. And if people aren't familiar with it, these are ready to go. You don't have to call ahead. You just pull into the parking lot, and they're ready to grab and take home, correct?
Yep, $9, cash or check. The debit card thing over the past couple of years has kind of been on the difficult side, so we're trying to keep it strictly cash and check. But absolutely, if you guys just really don't have any other option, maybe we'll be, willing to let you come inside and pay for it that way.
All right, sounds good. I noticed an advertisement on television the other night, Chicago-style pizza. Is it Pizza Hut? Am I right on that? Or maybe not.
I'm not sure. I know
Okay.
that we've got a lot of specials going on right now. Our new hot item right now are those tavern pizzas. We brought in a lot of new toppings like caramelized onions, roasted peppers, putting the minced garlic on the pizza for you. We changed the seasoning that goes over our pastas, New Yorkers, taverns. It's just, there's a lot going on in over here. Oh, and the pesto sauce.
All right. Let's see, I think that you talked about the Hut Box the last time we visited with you. Remind everybody about what that includes.
So our Hut Box is a personal pan 2-topping pizza, and you get your choice of the 4 wings or the French fries. The wings come with your option of honey barbecue or buffalo medium. You can add more toppings onto that pizza, but it will cost more than the $6.99 base that it starts off. And then you also have the option of those half melt or the full melt, and those comes with the chicken bacon parm, the meat lovers, the pepperoni lovers, the buffalo chicken. Can't miss out on those.
Yeah, it's a great individual meal and great price, too, that you guys have on that. Now, if you want to feed the whole family, you still have the big dinner boxes. Am I right on that?
Absolutely, and we prep up enough for the day right now that I would like to see us doing more. I know we've done more in the past, so I think we kind of are targeting some of the bigger groups of things. So those big dinner boxes are still, because it comes with your pasta, your breadsticks, and your 2 pizzas. If you order the small dinner box, it's the pizza, the cinnamon breadsticks, and the breadsticks.
All right. Sounds delicious. Anything else as far as the food menu goes that you want to share with our listeners today?
We're excited to have everybody in here and enjoying your company. They're always brewing something up in Pizza Hut, so always keep your eyes out for something new on the menu.
All right, sounds good. What about the help situation before we let you go? Are you in a good place, or are you still looking for some folks to join your team?
It's looking like there might be a lot of stuff changing over our Pizza Hut crew in the next, I'd say, month or so. So if you're looking to put an application, go ahead and do it online. If you have any questions, you're more than welcome to stop in the store, and we'll help you fill out your application online as well.
All right, Julia, thank you for your time. Enjoy your week.
Thank you. Have a good one.
All right, Julia, thank you so much. At the Pizza, thank you, Brent. We'll take a quick time out. When we come back, we have a whole show to do yet.
Yeah.
Plus give somebody out there a chance to win $75 on Friday's show. So be sure and listen. We'll do that before we close the show. And right now we're going to get Jack over here and have him help us do some live reads this morning. So, Jack, come on over, and we'll get going right after these words.
Throughout July, it's savings time at RTA's Hardware in Broken Bow. Red-hot buys await you inside their doors, including Benjamin Moore paint and the accessories and tools you need to apply it. Walk down the aisles and look for the red. Milwaukee tools are in stock and ready to go home with you to make life easier. Browse their selection of grills from Weber and Traeger, as well as sauces and seasonings for your grilling. Red hot savings are at RTA's Hardware in Broken Bow. Open Monday to Friday, 7:30 until 6, Saturday 8 until 4, and Sunday 11 to 5.
ADM Regenerations is the industry's leading program for rewarding ag producers for conservation practices on their farms. ADM makes it easy to enroll and participate. There are no long-term commitments, and we pay generously for practices like cover crops, emission scoring, no-till, and nutrient management practices. ADM appreciates all you do to protect your land and legacy, and we believe you should be rewarded for it. To learn more about your state's incentives, visit admregenerations.com.
The phone's ringing. Hold on.
Oh, okay. All right.
Hello? Yes?
Huh?
Yeah? Sure. Thank you.
Oh, wow. What was that about?
It was the Radiator Man.
Oh, the Radiator Man. Making a request, was he?
Yeah. Again.
Oh. This weekend, the grand opening for Niobrara Valley Vineyards in Nensel, Nebraska.
All right, so the Wood River Township in Oconto is looking for a part-time motor grader operator, approximately 80 hours a month. For more information, you can contact Scott Slacker at 308-440-9444. They prefer experience, but they will train the right candidate.
Brubaker's in Arnold. Historic destination with a full barista bar and gift shop. Something there for everyone. And you might even see Brad Adkins around the corner from there, or in the barista.
Wow.
Not that he drinks coffee. He drinks another liquid. They're open at the coffee house from 8 a.m. until 5, Tuesday through Friday, and Saturdays from 9 until 3. They're closed on Mondays. They offer fantastic breakfast food, fresh squeezed lemonade, and for shopping they have pickleball sets, fresh baked goods, yard decor, handbags, and they are just ready for you to walk in the door and be amazed. Every week they have a customer of the week, so stop in and give yourself a chance for a free beverage. Remember, cards are in stock for every occasion, too, at Brubaker's, downtown Arnold.
Do you struggle with your hearing and or worry about missing out on conversations with family and friends at gatherings? If so, we encourage you to stop in to see Roxanne at the Nebraska Land Hearing Center. Free hearing evaluation and free office calls, free extended warranties on new hearing aids, extended discounts for just buying local, and pricing available in all budgets and technology. No need to travel outside of the area to have your hearing checked. Roxanne sells the top technology available in the world at the Nebraska Land Hearing Center. So give her a call today to set up your appointment and get things started. 308-384-3852. Again, the number 308-384-3852. You'll find their offices in downtown Broken Bow in the Broken Bow Chamber building.
All right, so am I allowed to do a voice for this?
No.
Okay. So grab your girlfriends and make a girls' trip to Cozad to check out Rustic and Red this Thursday. This Thursday for their monthly sip and shop. The sales run all day, but sipping starts at 4 p.m. The sales you will find include Myra bags made out of cowhide, I presume is what the quotations are. 40% off. Ladies apparel for 40%, also % off. Spring and summer florals, 40% off. And select summer lanterns, 30% off. You can follow their Facebook page to stay up to date on the details.
All right, I'm curious. I don't want to curb your artistic thoughts, but what voice was you going to be using?
Just like I grab your girlfriends.
See, there you go.
No.
You know what would happen there? You would offend the ladies.
Yep.
The phone would start ringing.
Oh, no.
Oh, speaking of that, hold on just a minute.
So speaking of the phone ringing, here we go.
Let's see.
Oh, man. We're going to the intercom. I never know who you're intercomming. That's what I like.
Hello.
Yeah, Kristen, this is Dave.
Yes.
Hey, listen, you sound so enthused to be talking to us at this time. Kristen?
Yes.
Block line 2. The radiator man is...
Man.
I'm not going to take any more of his calls, so just tell him I'm not here.
Okay, will do.
All right. Hey, let's tell you what's showing at the movies.
Okay.
Here we go. Broken Bow Fox Theater schedule. We're going to start with tonight and tomorrow. Still showing Despicable Me 4. Gru and the Minions are back. Gru welcomes a new member to the family. Gru Jr. arrives in Despicable Me 4. So check it out. It's showing now at the Fox Theater in Broken Bow. Also, a couple of more opportunities still available if you want to see the Kevin Costner Western epic Horizon. Looks like it will continue to show tonight and tomorrow night. And then one of the new movies out, Fly Me to the Moon. Sparks fly between a marketing executive and a NASA official as he makes preparations for the Apollo 11 moon landing. Stars Channing Tatum and Scarlett Johansson, and that is showing now at the Fox Theater in Broken Bow. So that's what's showing tonight and tomorrow. Also showing today, we want to remind you that they continue their summer movie series for the kids and the family. They're showing The Bad Guys animated film today at 2 o'clock, and it's just $2. It's sponsored by Markham Construction, so check that out. That's the summer movie series. They'll show that today at 2 at the Fox Theater in Broken Bow. As we look at what's coming, boy, after what happened last night, isn't it ironic that beginning on Friday, the movie Twisters is coming to Broken Bow and the Fox Theater. So it's going to be arriving on Friday. First show time is 7:10 on Friday night. Performances on Saturday and Sunday with matinees and evening performances over the weekend, and then it will continue into next week. So Twisters, the big premiere coming Friday to the Fox Theater in Broken Bow. And then continuing through the weekend into next week, you'll have Fly Me to the Moon and Despicable Me 4 still showing. It's at the Fox Theater in Broken Bow. To check out showtimes, you can go to their wonderful website, watchthefox.com. You can also purchase tickets through the website online. And don't forget some of the other special things they do every week on Tuesday. It is free popcorn night, brought to you by the Nebraska State Bank.
This is Wednesday, right?
It is.
Okay.
Yep.
So tomorrow, believe it or not, it's the Chamber of Commerce Market on the Square again tomorrow, with vendors bringing in products from all over and all sorts of variety as well. So be sure and stop by. There's something there for everybody tomorrow. You'll find the vendors in the square throughout the rest of this summer into September from 10 a.m. until 4 p.m. Now, also, show your employees appreciation by treating them to a great meal and networking opportunity. Tickets are now available for the women's and men's steak fry events. The ladies' steak fry tickets are $30. Men's steak fry tickets are $35. Call the Chamber to order at 872-5691 or stop by their office at 424 South 8th Avenue, Suite 4. And pick up your tickets there or give them a call again at 872-5691 for the women and men's steak fries coming up in a very short period of time. So
yes.
Get your tickets now.
All right.
Before we close the show, we will be giving you an opportunity to text in and get your name entered for $75 cash. And that is, of course, in conjunction with the Thrive for 75 giveaway. And also, don't forget, we'll be in Mason City on Saturday for the parade. And following the parade, we'll give you a chance to register there as well. And if you're lucky enough to win the $75, you'll also then be eligible for the drawing in September for $750 cold hard cash or a beautiful Weber grill from RT Ace Hardware in Broken Bow. So that's coming up yet before we close the show. Cody Jinks, Outlaws and Mustangs on the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Again, Culligan and Broken Bow, you may know by now, suffered roof damage from the tornado that skipped over and touched upon a few places here in Broken Bow last night. Not heard how much damage is done up around the Myrna area. Did hear from Linda this morning that some fields didn't look very good up that way, so going to be very damages out there. But Culligan and Broken Bow probably lost 3/4 of their roof at least, and so they don't have power, they don't have phones, they probably have water inside. Feel bad for you guys. But we know the crew at Culligan well enough to know they're already out doing their job, out and about, but they do want you to use this cell number to contact them if you need service. 308-627-2710, 308-627-2710 if you need anything from Culligan Water. Also, the school tours that were scheduled for this morning at 10 and 11 this morning have been called off due to the storms last night. Some cleanup, I imagine, being done there, so they'll likely reschedule those for you at a later date. Also, don't forget about the Prairie Pioneers Burger Bash. We mentioned it earlier. This Friday, burger, chips, and a drink. This Friday, 4 until 7, out at the grocery cart. And again, thanks to Steve and the crew for making that happen. The Dawson County Fair. Boy, oh boy, we talked with Barb, I believe it was yesterday, Brent. What a fair they've got lined up. Starting today through the 21st. They've got a carnival on the Midway all 5 nights. And they have the full gamut of carnival rides that the kids can enjoy for 5 nights. Also, the Platte Valley Auto Rodeo, Friday the 19th and Saturday the 20th. The performances start at 8 p.m. each night at the Dawson County Arena. Before the rodeos, if you have a rodeo ticket, you purchase a ticket, you get a free barbecue with the rodeo admission. The Outlaw Tractor Pull on Sunday, July 21st at 5 p.m. at the Dawson County Raceway. And it's Military Appreciation Day on Sunday as well, so free admission for all service members. Also on Sunday, the Show and Shine Car Show from 12 p.m. until 4 p.m. at the West Fairgrounds. And live entertainment performing, Nate Kelm, Full Denim Jacket, DJ Lopez, formerly 3, and Dave Lerbakken is performing at different times throughout this fair at the Dawson County Fair, Lexington, Nebraska, starting today through July 21st.
All right. Circle V Stitch and Post, our friend Velma, ready to go to work for you and get your creation started today with her beautiful quality custom embroidery service. Hey, why shop online for personalized items when Circle V Stitch and Post has great prices and you can create with someone right here in Broken Bow, Nebraska. She has some new items, some new apparel styles in stock, as well as can order just what you need. So if you're looking for a special personalized gift, contact Velma today, 872-6173. You will find Circle V Stitch and Post just north of Broken Bow out on Paulson Road.
The Nebraska Department of Transportation has an opportunity for a highway maintenance worker to join the team in Arthur, Hyannis, Mullen, Stapleton, Thedford, and or Broken Bow. They, at the Department of Transportation, reward all of their employees with hard work and friendly, supportive work environments that encourages creativity and innovation. They will provide training and career development, advancement opportunities, ample paid time off, work-life balance, and comprehensive benefit packets that include a matching retirement contribution. You can apply online at statejobs.nebraska.gov, and an online state application must be completed. I cannot speak today, Dave.
Give it a try.
There you go. Yeah, we do encourage you. You need to go to that website because an online state application must be completed to apply. So make sure you go online if you want to apply.
All right. We heard from Courtney at U-Haul, which is the building just south of Culligan.
Right on the corner.
Right on the corner there. They say they have no power yet either, but feel free to call. They can still rent things out. So go to the website, get their number, give them a call. They just don't have power, but they're doing business at U-Haul today. And for those of you who've been around a while, that was originally the Armstrong Propane building. And they're without power but doing business today at U-Haul. And again, Culligan is also still doing business, but we have that cell number that we provided to you. And let's just get that out to you again, 308-627-2710. All right. Thank you to the Dairy Queen, Lyons Appliance, Palmer Monument, Gateway Motors, BD, Grocery Cart, RTA's Hardware, Nebraska State Bank, Melham Medical Center, Sandhills Custom Creations, and A1 Auto in Arnold, our sponsors for the registrations. And we have other businesses that are helping sponsor our birthday as well for 75th birthday party for KCNI. I just thought to Payne Propane also.
Oh.
There after Armstrong. It's a history lesson.
Yes.
My mind just has to unfold, and it's slower than it used to be. All right. This is a text only because we're going to make sure that Jack has plenty to write down here.
Good.
3 minutes and 34 seconds to text this number, 308-870-0333. Start texting now. When the song's over, discontinue texting. Here's Charlie Crockett.
Here we go.